Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here, stubborn fat expert for people over 35 years old and owner of Get Lean in 12. And inside today's short fat loss video, I'm going to talk about one of the #1 questions that I've gotten over the last 20 plus years of being in the health and fitness industry, and that's post-workout nutrition. So how to eat after exercise for the fastest fat loss. Now I'm also going to talk about how to eat after exercise if your goal is to gain or maintain as well. And since most people's goal is to lose belly fat, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that one first and dive into deep detail about this. And the first thing to understand is that if your goal is to lose belly fat, you should go into the workout in a fasted state, or make sure that you do a 5-minute walk or some type of 5-minute warm-up to stabilize insulin. So either 3 to 4 hours after a meal in the morning, after you wake up, after sleeping all night on an empty stomach, or if you eat an hour or two beforehand, that's okay. Just make sure you take a 5-minute walk to stabilize insulin. So this way, when you go into the workout, insulin is flatlined, and this allows the body to access stubborn fat cells as a fuel source more efficiently. Now, when you do this and you engage in the right type of exercise, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a 12-minute protocol with you, and you'll see that 12-minute protocol somewhere at the link around this video, where you can use this 12-minute protocol to release growth hormone and adrenaline, and you can elevate your metabolism for up to 38 to 48 hours afterwards just from one 12-minute session. And when you do this and these hormones are released, they'll continue to burn fat and calories after the workout because of that afterburn effect. That's why I recommend, if the goal is to lose weight and you're healthy, you're not on a bunch of medications, and you've been cleared by your doctor to exercise, ride the fat burning wave for 60 to 90 minutes after exercise. This will allow the adrenaline and the growth hormone that was released during the workout to continue to work its magic in the post-workout window. Now, if you go ahead and dive into a protein shake or a meal as fast as you can after a workout like this and your goal is to lose, it's a healthy choice. I'm just going to remind you that it spikes insulin. Insulin is the antagonist to the growth hormone and adrenaline. So although it's a healthy choice, it could potentially slow down the fat loss process. So I recommend you get the best of both worlds by riding that fat burning wave for 60 to 90 minutes, then diving into a low carb meal if the goal is to lose belly fat. So either a protein and a friendly fat. That O stands for oil. I didn't want to put F and have people confuse it with fruit, right? So a protein shake with a tablespoon of coconut oil. Or you could use some type of lean animal protein with a vegetable. Be a healthy choice. Now, a couple times of the week it'd be okay to add a starchy carb or a fruit into that post-workout meal because you're less likely to store it as fat. But if the goal is to lose belly fat, the majority of the time, we want to skip those carbs to force the body to use more stored fat as an energy source. Now, if the goal is to gain, the approach completely changes, and we're going to eat as fast as we can after a workout because the goal is to feed the muscles energy, protein for repairing, carbs for rebuilding. And so I recommend a 3-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein post-workout. Remember, after the workout, the muscles are like a sponge that's been wrung dry. So it's something that we call, in our industry, we call this nutrient partitioning. So your body is much less likely to store carbs as a fat source post-workout because your muscle tissue and your liver tissue has been depleted of energy called glycogen. So having a 3-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein right away after you're done working out will help you gain muscle because most of those carbs are going to be used to build and repair. So protein, starch, and a fruit. Great example, slow cook organic oats. Maybe a cup and a half if you're a guy, a cup if you're a woman. Then you're going to go ahead and stir in maybe a couple scoops of protein powder and a cup of berries. Now you have a double carb serving or a triple carb serving with a protein serving. So you want to stick close to this 3-to-1 ratio. If you're doing 20 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs, right? Doing 30 grams of protein, 90 grams of carbs. And this isn't an exact science, and I don't recommend that you do this every day, but 2 or 3 times of the week, if the goal is to gain muscle, this is the approach I recommend taking. The next one is to maintain, and this is pretty easy, just a 1-to-1 ratio of protein to starch or protein to fruit. So again, a protein shake with some fruit blended in, a cup of fruit blended in, or a lean quality protein source with some type of starch, whether it's oatmeal or quinoa, it could be brown or white rice, it could be a yam or a sweet potato, it could be a potato. Remember, after the workout, your body's going to take those carbohydrates, going to use them to replenish muscle and liver glycogen, so you don't really have to worry about those carbs spilling over and being stored as fat. And this is one of the hidden secrets of long-term exercisers like myself. Now, somewhere around this video, you'll see a link that you can click or tap, because the main thing is to know what type of exercise you should be using if the goal is to lose belly fat. So what I've done is I'm going to give you a link to a free report called the Over 40 Stubborn Fat Sequence. It's a 12-minute protocol specifically designed to reactivate the declining hormones for people over 35 years old. So if you're 40s, 50s, or 60s, you're going to want to download this report. Just remember, when you enter in your email, make sure you go into your inbox in the next 20 to 30 minutes and retrieve your free report. If it's not there, go to your spam folder and whitelist us, because we want to continue to follow up and give you great content like this via email. And then, of course, if you learn something new, do me a favor and type yes in the comments below. Give me some likes, give me some hearts, give me some shares, and tag anybody that you know that can benefit from this. Thanks for watching, and keep going strong.